we can actually go to this story, I guess, and just get it out of the way. That last week we broke the story that I went to in Bill's house. Um, but I think we actually were able to confirm completely that it didn't actually happen. It was just some delusional dream concocted to make the story more interesting for the podcast or something like that.
Yeah, we report on rumors so often with Koppai, with the
Yeah,
Nintendo NX that we wanted to spice it up a little bit with the Bill Trinen thing, but
yeah,
we made it very clear. I think even in the title of the video, our imaginary NX talk with Bill Trinen,
yeah.
that it wasn't real, and not only was the Bill Trinen talk not real, it seems to be
The rumors themselves
the
were just
rumors
complete. The
themselves.
whole thing was just completely a waste of time. Uh,
Yeah.
it was
Um,
fun, but
And we can tie
it
this
was a
in
waste
with
of time.
the current rumor, which, well, it's kind of ironic that we're deconfirming another rumor, but hey, we have another new rumor in the pipeline this week. We can maybe talk about that too, with, like, within this one snippet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is deconfirmed. And what exactly is deconfirmed? Because there's still some stuff that stands, right?
Yeah, I think that that stating that the NX will be noticeably more powerful than the PlayStation 4, and that he's also heard Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming to the platform. I think those are the ones that are mainly like, there's nothing really to confirm that. Uh, he used a tiered system for his sources, but investigative sleuth Z Huge X caught him out when he realized that he had just rephrased something that he had previously posted on Twitter and claimed Z Huge X as the source, despite Z Huge X saying that it's just a rumor and couldn't be verified at all. Um, so yeah, it seems like some of the like just everything that he said. Basically, if you heard it from the 10K rumor, I would take it as not like if you heard it in the room in his list, but it wasn't said by Emily Rogers or it wasn't said by somebody else who has also put this out. It was most likely just completely made up. Like I guess Emily Rogers came out and before this whole thing, before the Z Huge X calling him out on it, and she said that the whole gimmick of the screen controller was just completely made up by him. That there was nothing, no sources whatsoever, which is interesting because I thought we'd
This
have
is coming from
heard.
Emily Rogers.
Yeah, she said,
Because so far she seems to be the only one that hasn't been debunked.
right. And
So
so that's interesting because it seems like we have heard a lot about it being a screen controller, which seemed like not revolutionary news when we said, like Reggie says, the gimmick is it's going to have a screen controller. It's like, well, we kind of already knew that. So that's interesting that we're kind of hearing that possibly like that was just made up, and that could just be that the specifications about the screen weren't correct, or what they just said about it, or that they might have a screen controller, but how would this person know? They just kind of made it up by guessing. I don't know. We won't really know. It's kind of pointless in a way to discuss all of these NX rumors, but it's fun kind of to
yeah, it's
speculate.
on
But
slower news weeks. It's nice to talk about it because
yeah,
it just gives us a chance to speculate and get excited and talk about something related to Nintendo.
right.
We that's one of the reasons that we made it like the Bill story was just kind of to entertain because at the end of the like we want this podcast to have some sort of relevance beyond um beyond like when the NX is announced. And like that Bill Trinen episode will always be kind of funny just because there was just elements to it of prediction, but also just humor that really just will stick with us forever. But like moving forward, especially with May, there's gonna be more rumors coming in May, and there's gonna be like less and less of a gap until we just know the truth for sure.
Yeah.
And as a focus for the podcast, I mean, let us know in the comments if you like the rumor discussion. We'll always bring up the latest rumors because that's just reporting on what the news is of the week.
Yeah.
As for our in-depth discussions, like I had like a weird hiccup there.
All
Like
these weird things happening. Somebody's like out trying to get you this
yeah.
episode.
That's why all the people came in here, like Militron standing across the street with like a little headset, like send them in now. Bump the chair against the microphone. Um, but uh, what was I gonna? Oh yeah, last year we had like a whole episode I think dedicated to the NX. Like we just stopped what we were doing and just talked about the NX for like a whole solid episode.
Yeah, I think
Um,
we got a huge information dump and stuff.
Yeah, and then this year we've had an episode that was half dedicated and like themed off of basically rumors and the speculation around it, and then
There's been
this time it's just a main
a
point.
lot of rumor discussion, and some people I know for sure are getting tired about it. I mean, it's getting to the point now where it's definitely even us in our discussions now, we're getting less in depth on it, and we're getting more to the point where it's like, yeah, it's just we don't really know, and we're just gonna have to wait because it's coming really soon. So we could talk a little, we kind of briefly comment on the newest rumors, and then basically you just have to leave it at that because what can you do? I think back when we got our first information dumps of it, like when we dedicated a full episode and everything, it's like the excitement of actually somewhat sound like credible sounding and people saying, this is not a source that's just this is a source that's actually had some things confirmed in the past. So while it's not 100% true, likely that at least there's some credibility perhaps to it. And it was just that first, like, after the Wii U and hearing that the NX is coming and just that whole like our first bit of information. Of course, we're going to be super excited. Everybody, I think, was in more of a frenzy over that. And
Yeah,
now it's getting to the point where it's to where we're just come on, Nintendo, release the NX already because, or just not release it, but announce what it is. Tell us,
yeah.
explain it
Well,
because,
my prediction is going to be this week.